So welcome to this fourth Sunday in Lent. And once again, be assured of the community's prayers for you as you follow along in this Lenten pilgrimage. Today we turn to the Gospel of John, chapter 3, and we break into it in verse 14. And it's part of the so well-known story to many of Jesus encountering in the middle of the night one of Israel's great teachers who clearly has a desire to be taught, and he will come and learn of Jesus. That's part of our Lenten walk. Denying ourselves, yes, taking up the cross daily, yes, but also following. Lord, give us the grace to follow. What is needed here in this gospel passage is to read it, place it into context, and don't take a single sentence out of context, or the whole meaning of John 3:16 will actually be 180 degrees inverted, and we will believe into a text as a proof text and is actually a wrong text. So here Jesus takes Nicodemus back as a teacher in Israel to Moses, the great lawgiver, the great teacher. And at one point, in response to the rebellion of the people of God, snakes are let loose amongst them. But God provides a way out, an antidote. And Moses tells the people they're going to have to look at something. Do take time to trace that story out, because Jesus will come as the fulfillment of Moses, and he will be lifted up, not just to forgive rebellion or bring healing, but both of those he certainly does, but to provide a total new way of life. For God so loved the world, yes, that whoever believes in him, and the context is, and goes on. This is not to enter into the important debate of can you lose your salvation. Gerald Coates said once, can you lose your salvation? Why would you want to? I don't. Part of the grace is, Lord, preserve me, please. Keep your grace going in my life. Now, this experience of coming to know Jesus, if we call it the born again experience, because it is a totally new beginning, the born again experience by itself is the gateway. It is not the goal. Sadly, for many, to be born again has become a goal, or the goal almost, and sometimes accompanied by things that simply don't work. I put my hand up at a meeting once. The fact that we may have done that, we may have done it even with some sort of sincerity or emotionally moved, does not mean we have been born again. No, the born again experience is to lead us into a gate, through that gateway, into the goal of eternal life tomorrow, and when we die, the fullness of eternal life. Look too, on this Lenten journey, at God's judgment, which is good and is right and is true. And notice within that people need to move from death to life. And then it will go on and Jesus will talk about light. But the truth is, left to ourselves, we prefer the darkness. We prefer, even though we have a sneaky feeling that our lies don't serve us well, we will prefer to live there rather than come into the truth. So on this Sunday, thank God that you know him. Now, know him. Know him tomorrow. and know him for all eternity. May God's blessing be with us as we live Lent IV.